you able to find your way out of that dark place? And what message do you have for those who may be struggling? Because I tend to think the message that there are still dark days and low points is the most realistic message.
Well, and five, somebody can be realist and optimist at the same time. And that is, it's about accepting and surrendering. And accept what it is. Accept it because you have no choice but to accept it. It is what it is. If you have a diagnosis, if you have a loss, if you have a struggle, it is what it is. And so now let's accept it. Let's look at it, and now let's see how much weight it really takes up, how much space it takes up, how much energy it requires. And then when you accept it, you start to see the other things in your life that you're grateful for, because you're not grateful for that thing that's a problem, but you surrender by things you are grateful for, and gratitude will feed your optimism.
Love that. And you know what? I heard at the age of 57, you got your first your first tattoo of a sea turtle. Now, I like this idea of a sea turtle. I love it.
I went for a swim, my last swim of the year, and the sea turtle came out, and he was all beat up. He had a chunk taken out of his fin. He had a scar on his beak, and he looked at me, and then he just went, "Screw it, it's fine." And he let me swim with him, and we swam around. I followed him through the weeds into the reef, and then he was so tough and so resilient and so like doing the next right thing. He was just doing the next right turtle thing, dude. And so then when I went through this tribulation the last couple of years with the back and the arm and the walking and the falling, and I just thought I get that sea turtle back because he's a visual reminder of resiliency. But I can't get any more. My wife will leave me.